We've made it to the last Friday in September. Welcome aboard for another edition of Barnstable Today. Hello, I'm Mark Mumford.
The Charter Commission engages in energized discussion in regard to town council elections. That's our main focus. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Early on in their 2-hour-plus session in Town Hall last evening, the Commission reconsidered a decision made at their previous meeting.
They bailed out on 3-year terms with staggered elections and then considered many different combinations.
But I think we can make a broad decision on what we're looking for and have something come forward. Because at any time we can reverse that vote. And and I think that's something that we discussed earlier on, that we would go through and make decisions and come back and revisit them if they needed to be revisited.
Let me speak to our consultants here. Is it possible to have a semi-checklist of all the potential powers or duties of the legislative branch? In other words, looking at this, looking at other towns, here's what a council does. We have that. Where do we have that?
That was given a packet of information that was distributed to us by the town clerk and the state back last November and December. I know, I have that. And I think it shows us about 41 different municipalities and who appoints.
Okay. I'm just saying that if we want to define what the elected official in this town can do, we probably need to know what it's...
In the charter.
Okay. How do we want to approach deciding what the council chair can do? Do we want a report from the consultants as to what we can do? Do we want to refer to the document? Let's get the documents. We all on the same page?
In some ways, I think the documents that we have already provided you, plus your own knowledge of the distribution of power within the town of Barnstable, really gives you that information. We used Winthrop as an example to paint one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is you elect a council president directly by the people, and that person is the presiding officer of the council and has whatever power the council rules give the president. And that's it. Those are the two ends of the spectrum. Now, do you want the person to also be ex officio on the airport commission? Well, then say so. If you want that person to sit ex officio on the school committee, say so. If you want that person to be the nominator of members of certain or all multiple member bodies, say so. You really pretty much have the universe kind of in your hands right now.
As the meeting was winding down, a decision was made to go with 3-year terms with all the councilors elected at once.
I believe the statement was you're going to elect the council, everybody, every 3 years. The motion on the floor is for every 3 years. Now you can discuss. Anything? No. Any discussion? Okay. For three. Start here. Bob.
I'll pass, thank you.
Okay, just to throw myself out the early, yes. Sue.
I'm going to say yes, even though I've not definitely decided yet. I reserve the right to change my mind. Because the whole council president thing, I don't know if I like that for 3 years, especially if it was a strong person. I really wouldn't like it. But in terms of the term of office for the councilors, I do like the 3 years.
Deb.
I'm a little bit on the fence, too, but I'm going to say yes.
John.
3 years.
Yes.
Lucian.
After our consultant said that 3 years is not too long a period of time for a council president, and the fact is, I would rather like to have a strong person in that position. So yes.
Thank you. I was wondering if there was a vote in there.
Yes.
We have a pass.
I'll add my vote to the affirmative only because I like the 3-year terms.
Okay.
I agree with Sue. I do not like this, and maybe we can massage it.
Okay. Now we are where we were at the end of the meeting 2 weeks ago.
Things are looking up at the walkway extension adjacent to Hyannis Harbor. Kevin saw details from project manager Alicia Parker.
Alicia, pretty exciting day for you as it's the soft opening for 115 Pleasant Street. Why don't you catch us up to speed on what's gone into this project so far?
Sure, I'd be happy to. I'm very excited today, and we actually have a beautiful day here. It is September 25th, and we're well on our way to opening up Pleasant Street. We started this project, last year. As I mentioned before, we received a grant from the state to acquire the property here, which had a single-family residential structure on it, as you are aware. We went through the demolition process in July. We started the landscaping and grading and all that wonderful stuff to prep the area for the park beginning in August. And here we are in September, and we're ready to take down the fence and open the park up. So we're very excited. We don't have a name for it yet, but we will be doing that as well as putting in some of the lighting that we've ordered for the site as well. So we're just doing the opening and letting everybody walk on the walkway.
So this is kind of like a connecting piece to the Hyannis Harbor. Could you tell us a little bit about how this property itself is important in the walkway and everything downtown?
Oh, sure, absolutely. In 2004, the walkway to the sea was thought of, and basically the idea behind it was to lure people from Main Street down to the Inner Harbor. And what they started with was a nice brick walkway going down through the Village Green. And last year we actually connected up to Azleton, and we just thought, well, now that everyone's down here, there's a very limited area where they can walk and tour. And many times we would see people get to this point, we're behind the Maritime Museum, and get to this point and stop and say, well, how do I get over there? So with a lot of planning and some thought process behind it, we had an excellent opportunity to acquire this piece of property that actually has an easement or a wayfinding, if you will, down to the harbor. So with that, we were able to bring up the walkway from the harbor and bring it all the way over to Pleasant Street. So now people will be able to access the Steamship Authority, the many restaurants and other businesses here on Pleasant Street, and they can come back around and walk. And our future goal is to connect all the way over to Gary Brown Bulkhead and the boat ramp, and hopefully get everybody to have the opportunity to walk the entire length of the harbor.
I noticed a lot of new plantings out here. When are they going to fully develop into to really see the majesty of what this park will look like?
I actually spoke with Craig Witten, who is with Witten Landscaping, who did such a wonderful job on the landscaping here in the park, and he had mentioned that in late spring this park will be in full bloom. The grass will be full. People will be able to play on it, lay on it, enjoy their time on the park. Right now, as you can see, the plantings are in, but they're not at their full expectations. So probably late spring, we'd like to see maybe a couple pictures of this park on Barnstable Today and show you what it really looks like and all the use that it's getting.
Well, thanks a lot, Alicia.
Thank you.
The walkway will be a bit soggy this weekend as the weather picture is unsettled at best. Tonight, rain with a chance of isolated thunderstorms and mild temperatures down to about 63. Tomorrow, more rain, maybe some more thunderstorms in the mix with winds out of the south and highs in the lower 70s. Then on Sunday, the chance of lingering showers in the morning likely moving out by the afternoon with highs in the mid-70s.
Hopefully the weather will be better for the first annual Barnstable Education Foundation Golf Tournament scheduled for Saturday, October 18th at the Hyannis Golf Course. It's a scramble with a 12:30 shotgun start. For details, check out the Barnstable Education Foundation website. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here on Monday. I'm Mark Mumford.